In this lesson, we're going to work on rounding decimals, and we've worked on rounding before. The only difference in this lesson and the one that was back in the earlier module is that we may include rounding to a decimal place. So it's important that you remember the tenths, the hundredths, the thousandths, and so on. So let's take a look at it. The first one says round to the nearest tenth. Well, the tenths place is right here. It is the 4 behind it that makes a decision for us. Does it tell us to drop it off or to round up? So we're always going to look at this. The 4 tells us to drop that. So it's going to be 0.4. Now, it's as if it's a 0, which is what you would have done if it was a whole number. But because it is a decimal, if it says to round to the nearest tenth, there will not be anything written past the tenths place. So in whole numbers, that would have turned to a 0. In decimals, it actually just disappears. All right, let's look at the next one. Round to the nearest tenth. All right, the tenths place is right here. It's the 3. What does the 8 say? The 8 says to round up. So this is approximately 1.4. Now I know that if it would have been a whole number, we would have zeros out there, but we don't. The last place you see is the tenths place in that final answer. So it is 1 4/10. Number 3, round this number to the nearest tenth. All right, 4 is in the tenths. Because the 7 is 5 or bigger, we round up. So it's going to be 124 and 5. That's in the tenths place. I stop. All right, the next one, round to the nearest hundredth. Tenths, hundredths, this 9 is in the hundredths place. Now this problem has a little characteristic we really need to pay attention to. The 9 tells you to round up, but rounding up a 9 turns it into a 10. So I will put the 0 and carry the 1, so this will be 0.40. Where's the last digit? It's in the hundredths place, and that's what it said it should be. So this 9 caused me to round the number in the hundredths place up. When I round a 9 up, it becomes a 10. I write down the 0, I carry the 1. And so it became that this is approximately 0.40. It's okay to have this 0 because it is in the hundredths place. All right, the next one. Round to the nearest thousandth. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. What does the 9 tell you to do? Well, because it's 5 or bigger, it tells you to round up. So this will be approximately 0.603. The last place is sitting in the thousandths. This symbol, I think I've used it before, it means approximately. It's like an equal sign that's gone crazy. All right, number 6. Round to the nearest thousandth. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. This is the thousandths place where the second 6 is. The 2 says drop it down, so this will be approximately 51.656. In other words, don't change that, just drop the 2 off. The 6 is in the thousandths place. That's the last number that should be written. Next one, round to the nearest thousandth. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. The 5 is in the thousandths place. What does the 3 say to do? Just drop it off. This will be approximately 679 and 105 thousandths. All right, let's look at one more. This one might be a surprise. It says round to the nearest 1. All right, the 1's place is up here where that first 6 is. The place behind it is the tenths place, and it says drop off. So this will round to 926. If this had been 5 or bigger, it would have rounded up to 927, but it wasn't. All right, review your place values and then practice your rounding.